Hello, I am Carolyn Stewart, and I am founder of the Soul-Aligned Business Growth Hub, as well as the Course Creator Blueprint and other wonderful courses to help support heart-led entrepreneurs. So in this video, I want to chat about lead form ads on Facebook. So one of the things that I do in the Growth Hub is support the small business owners with breaking into some of these online spaces that are a little bit more challenging. So if Facebook ads is something that's kind of new to you, or you're just learning how to set up lead form ads, this is a really great way to learn about it. I'm going to do a bit of a walkthrough for you and just give you kind of the behind the scenes of what it looks like to create a lead form ad. So one of the reasons that you would want to create a lead form ad is it really significantly lowers your cost. So in the meta world of Facebook and Instagram, it is kind of part of their prerogative to keep you on the platform, right? That just kind of feeds into their policies. And so with lead form ads, basically what happens is you create the ad, so you've got your image and your caption, you create your creative ahead of time. When somebody clicks on your ad, it pulls a pop-up up. So that's what's shown. They put in their email, click submit, and it's all done in the same place. Whereas most ads will actually take people off of those platforms and go to a website, so your website typically. And one of the other benefits of that is if you don't have a funnel or a sales page, this is a really great way to still grow your audience and to bring more people onto your email list. So in addition to that, another benefit is that it is also another way to grow, say, Instagram or Facebook groups or even your Facebook page. So there's an option in the lead form ad where you could offer that as an extra, like, hey, here's your lead magnet, here's your free resource, and then you can actually direct them to the next step, which would be a website or the group or Instagram. Okay, so without further ado, I am going to walk you through this. I'm going to do a bit of a screen share to make it easier for you. Oh, come on back here. All right, Ads Manager. Perfect. Okay, so if you are not super familiar with Ads Manager yet, you're going to need to set up Ads Manager first. Like that's a must-have for creating any of these ads. So make sure you've got that going. If you don't, it's not going to work. Alrighty, so we've got three different kind of levels that you need to know about in Ads Manager in order to create and successfully run ads. So we've got the campaign level, we've got the ad set level, and then we've got the ad level. So each campaign is basically like the folder for your ad. And that is where we set the target, like the whole purpose of the ad. That's where we'll define that it's about leads. And then the ad sets are all about selecting the audience, and the ads are more particular, and that's where we'll create the lead form. So let's begin. Let's create a new campaign. So we're going to choose leads, so that's important. All right, so now you can keep this at tailored leads campaign. I'm going to go into manual leads campaign just to kind of show you a bit more of the behind the scenes goodness here. Perfect, and this is where we name our campaign. So I'm just going to do level 1. So level 1 is basically like this is where we are marketing specifically to people who are not in our audience already. So this is new people that we're bringing into our world, new dream clients and customers. Okay, so I'll just name it so that I know I need to delete it later. Okay, so leave all as is. The campaign objective is there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All good. Now we can go next. And that's going to take us to the next level, which is the ad set. So remember, this is all about choosing your audience. So again, this is if you want to customize the audience, you want it to be specific to a certain type of demographic, then you would name that here. let's say, I'm just going to use the Advantage Plus, but there's lots of different other options that you can go through. So this is where you start to set up your form. So your conversion, like what happens when somebody clicks on your ad, that's the conversion. And what I mentioned before about the lower cost in terms of ads also correlates to a higher conversion. So when somebody clicks on your ad, they're more likely to actually convert, to follow through on the action with an instant form rather than going off and going to a website. So it just simplifies the whole process for them, and it's really effective for conversions. So choosing instant forms is necessary. Make sure you've got your Facebook page selected. If you haven't yet accepted the terms, make sure you do that. Our performance goal is going to be to maximize the number of leads. And this is where we are going to actually just set a budget. So this is a daily budget. I would go no less than $5 a day. And if you're testing something out, $10 to $15 is a great number. So let's just do $10. Perfect. Okay, and audience control. So now I am in Canada, and the top 4 locations that I would choose are Canada, United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. So depending on where you are from, you will choose the location that works best for you. Personally, I choose these 4 every time because they are the most likely to see the ads and to take action. United States. Perfect, and Australia. There we go. Alrighty. More, you can actually define this even more, selecting the age, gender, all of that. And this is where, as I said, I'm just going to use the Advantage Plus audience. I'm not going to go into a deeper tutorial here about creating audience options. We'll keep it super simple. Alrighty, and this is where we are now going into the 3rd level. This is where we do the actual ad component. So remember, your ad is going to be the creative, so that's the image and the caption, or it could be a video, whatever you choose to do through creative. And this is where you can have a few different options. I would suggest not doing more than 2 or 3 different options for testing within a campaign. And so naming that according to what the ad is actually like. So I'm just going to say option or ad number 1. Okay. All right, now down in identity, make sure you've got your Instagram account set up also. If it's not yet connected, you're definitely going to want to do that because that will help to show it to people both on Facebook and Instagram and lower your cost, maximize your conversions. So now you're learning all of these words if you don't know them yet. Perfect, you'll add your image and your creative. I'm just going to leave the image as is. You can create your own image and put that in there. That is one of the things that I show and teach in the Growth Hub. And primary text is where you'll put your caption. So whatever the ad caption is that you want for your lead form ad. Headline, description, call to action, because they're basically doing like a one-click thing, what I would choose is either download or sign up or subscribe, like whatever it is that they're actually getting. Usually download is the option I'm going to choose. Perfect. Now, with a form, you only have, you can't edit a form after you've already created it. So I can't go back into an old form and start over. I can copy it if it's close enough, and then I can tweak it then. But just so you know that when you have a form that needs to be edited, you either have to start from scratch or duplicate and edit an older one. So let's create a form. So this is our test form. You would name it with something that's a little bit more specific to your lead magnet or your lead in general. And the form type we want is more volume. So that's super important. Intro. I do suggest using the image from your ad. It will appear behind the text, and it just kind of connects back to your original ad. Greeting, make sure you put in a good greeting here. Let's see if I have that here. That could be something like your free branding ebook, whatever you'd like to put in here. And then you can describe it. So download your free ebook and get started with branding. You know, you want to talk about the main transformation here, and you want to make it really potent. This is where ChatGPT can come in really handy and helpful with getting your text just right. Okay, questions here. Perfect. So I like to remove the full name one. We want to make it as simple and easy as possible. When you've got the name in there, it actually reduces the conversions, and we want to really maximize the conversions, minimize the costs, right? So now, one thing that you want to be mindful of is the description here. So when somebody signs up for Facebook or Instagram, they will typically use an email that maybe isn't in use all of the time, or perhaps it was a while ago when they don't use it anymore. So make sure that you use this kind of text. I'm just going to copy paste. So what is the best email to send your free, whatever your freebie name is, to? So keep it simple. And then under here, yeah, that's all we need for there. Perfect. Great. And then we want to add in a privacy policy. Now, I know ClickFunnels has a privacy policy generator. If you don't have one yet on your website, you definitely need one. You're going to add your link here to that. And then your link text, this is privacy policy. And that's all you need to put in there. Okay. And then we want to put in a custom disclaimer. It's important to put in email usage and terms, or terms and conditions. And this is what I would put in here. We promise to only send the best emails full of useful content, but if you disagree, you can easily unsubscribe at any time. All right, so now it's important that at the end of this, we also add an additional consent. And so this is going to ensure that in order for us to actually use their email and then send them emails after, they have to select this. So there's no point in sending them a freebie without collecting their email. So you need to make sure you've got this on there. Okay, so here is the text that I would use. Yes, I'd like to join the Soul-Aligned Carolyn email list. And we don't make this optional. It's essential, but it's part of it. Message for leads. So that last component was all that was needed in terms of like actually sending them the ad. So that's their completed part. This next part is an opportunity for you. This is where you can send them to your Instagram if you want to grow your Instagram, a Facebook group, your website, whatever it is that you want their next step to be. Great, so thanks, you're all set, or whatever else you want to put there for a headline. You can visit our website, or here's another bit of text. Feel free to pause this. You can use whatever it is that I've provided here. I'm happy for you to use it. So your resource is on its way. While you wait, check out and make sure you describe the benefit of them checking it out or joining. And this is where you would put in the link name, or the URL, excuse me, and the call to action. It could be view website, it could be join the Soul-Aligned Facebook group, whatever it is that you want to put there. And so that's going to be what happens at the very end. And guess what? That's it. That's all you need to do to create the form. Now, I'm not touching on how to actually do the integration in terms of using Make or Zapier or collecting the responses. The responses will naturally be in Ads Manager. If you want to learn more about that, I'm sure I'll create another video about that in the future, but there are lots of tutorials out there. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I am going to just show you, I'm going to not save this because we don't need it, but I'll use an existing one. So when we have the lead form created, and it will show up here. And if you have a pixel, you'll put that on here as well. I would highly suggest you do have a pixel. That is going to go to your website or to wherever it is that you want to really capture the leads moving forward. And then you simply click publish, and then you're done, and that's it, and that's all that you need to do. So I hope that was supportive, and I hope that it helped you to feel a little bit more comfortable in trying something new if you haven't created lead form ads before. I do recognize it can be a bit daunting. You know, looking at Ads Manager for the first time, I was very overwhelmed. You know, there's so much content, and it's kind of like all over the place, all of the different the numbers and the information and the analytics is all, you know, it's foreign to me. If you don't know what to look for and like what each thing means, it's quite overwhelming. So I hope that this helped you to feel a little bit more comfortable and maybe get to the point where you know that you can try it. And the funny thing is, this is one of those things that you learn it once and you can just repeat it. It becomes really natural to you after you've done it once or twice. So I hope that was supportive. A lot more content and information and supports in the Soul-Aligned Business Growth Hub, and I hope to see you in there. Sending much love and many blessings.